platform clear. Passengers all aboard. Clear to leave Front Street eastbound. Over.
Copy that. All aboard. Eastbound. Here we come.
Have a good time. Don't forget to ride.
Yeah.
And don't laugh. My mom would send me off on dates that week. Use the heck out of my dates.
So welcome to the Toledo, Lake Erie, and Western. We are a 501c3 operating railroad museum. We currently have, right now, we have ownership of track from Outpost 15 and Outpost 15 at Waterville to Saylor Lane. We are home to the Blue Bird passenger train, although it is down for maintenance right now. So for now, we're renting feeder rides to pay for us to be able to pay for the maintenance to get it ready again. This bridge is the longest bridge east of the Mississippi that is currently actively used by a car railroad at 901 feet. This bridge was built in 1960 and 102 years old. And I'm happy to say we had an inspection come through the place for this bridge, and we are hoping this bridge will last another 100 years. And it's still good. The moral of the story, they don't build them like they used to. When this line was built, it was going to be built as standard gauge bridge in the 1870s. This was conceived as what we now is affectionately called the Cloverleaf, as a 3-foot gauge, narrow gauge system that was run from the port of Toledo all the way down to Texas. And where other interests with the fleet line into Mexico, needless to say, it never was felt the state but never completed. Around the turn of the 20th century, interest in bought out the Cloverleaf as a secondary main line from Toledo to St. Louis. They standard gauged the line, but it was never more than a secondary main line to the system. Matter of fact, we got timetables that we can find that says that the line through Grand Rapids was never more than 25 miles an hour. Most of this existed. 1964, ownership changed from Plate to the NW. 1982, it changed again from NW to Norfolk Southern. At that point, they opted to abandon the line west of Waterville at Outpost 15, and that's where our organization stepped in and saved the track. Until 2009, we ran the Bluebird passenger train. At that point, we needed track improvements, and while that was ongoing, the suffered vandalism to the train itself, which is what's taking so long to get it back to service. But we thank you guys for coming and riding with us. Every dollar that we receive, donations and a ridership goes straight to fixing the track and getting the train so we can have it running. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to be back. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to be passing the first main locomotive that was used in the TLEW. An old outfall that came from the grain elevator at Ottawa Lake. Right next to it is a NW high cube auto parts car, mainly truck and car chassis. That would be using the parts for our main locomotive now, which is 5109, which just not too long ago got repainted back to our original Chesapeake and Ohio colors. Right now, this is the end of our of our particular run. Not years back, a county snowplow failed to lift his a snowplow coming through the crossing, and he took out one of the rails. So, and just kept on driving, no less. But to ensure that no further damage is done to the motorists, we took out the other rail for now. Once we are ready to run trains through here again, we'll go ahead and put the rails back in. Over there is an old CNO, is an old wooden caboose that we're going to be, in the near future, moving to our museum at Saylor Lane, where it will be restored. If you guys are ready, we'll make a return trip. So if you guys want to turn around and face the direction of travel, now is the time to do so. Everybody ready?
Ready, Freddie.
Conductor to 702, clear to depart westbound, Grand Rapids Road towards Front Street, over.
Copy that. Coming at you westbound from Grand Rapids Road, westbound.
I just want to point out real quick to our left is what's left of the plaque for the bridge. If it was fully intact, it would say built by the Toledo Bridge and Crane Company 1916. As I said on the way out, this bridge is 102 years old, and we are happy to say it is strong enough to last us another 100 years.